Hare Krishna children, welcome back. I am Pinky and we're going to continue learning about Bhagavad Gita today. I am super excited to see you again and we've reached about the halfway point and I'm excited to talk about the king of all knowledge today. Alright, so before we start, let's say our magic words. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I bow to the Lord who lives in all beings. All right, so just to quickly recap, last week we have talked about our thoughts at the moment of death and how we should practice every day and be so we are prepared for that last moment. And Krishna explained how the path of devotion is the supreme path. Okay, so Krishna starts this chapter with telling Arjuna, you are non-envious, Arjuna, and that's why I want to share the most confidential knowledge to you. Okay, so remember, non-envy is the key to understanding Krishna. Okay, and if Krishna is the real doer and everything belongs to Krishna, then there's no place for jealousy or envy, right? So we always have to have that in our heart is the best way to understand and reach Krishna is to be not jealous and not envious about anything or anybody. Okay? So Krishna says that, what I'm about to teach you is the king of all knowledge, the secret of all secrets. Everything, everywhere, every trade has a secret. Everything has a secret. But he's saying this is the secret of all secrets. It's the purest form of knowledge. And when bhakti is performed joyfully, the results of that bhakti, even if it's for a short period of time, it is everlasting. Okay? That is significant. All right, so this is kind of the exact halfway point through, for the Gita, and this is the most important knowledge that Krishna is imparting. So what he says is true devotee takes shelter of Krishna's divine nature, right? We had talked about Krishna has the material nature and the divine nature, right? Now, so the one who is taking shelter of his divine nature, Radharani, is under complete protection. Okay, so think about it. The universe is so huge, and when we look at the big picture, we're just a minuscule part of what Krishna had created. Yet he loves us and he promises to take care of us. And he says, if you take shelter to me, my divine nature, then I will completely protect you. Okay. So, and he continues to saying that a true devotee, the Mahatmas, they this is what they do. They chant his holy names with great determination. They pay obeisances to him, and they're completely devoted to him. These are true devotees, and when you're a true devotee, that's when you're able to reach Krishna. Okay. So far we've talked several times about reaching Krishna, right? And this time he's talking about why we need to reach Krishna and what happens when we reach Krishna. How does it benefit us? Okay? So he says that by if somebody worships Krishna with full devotion and he meditates on Krishna, then Krishna is carrying the burden of of giving them, providing them with what they need and preserving and protecting what they have. Okay, this is very significant. This is why we're trying to reach Krishna and find our way back to Krishna. Is he not only is saying that he's protecting us, now he's also saying he's carrying the burden of providing us with what we need and also preserving and protecting what we already have. This is significant. Okay, so long time ago there used to be an acharya called Ramanuja Acharya in a temple in South India. It's called Sri Rangam, right? So every single day they did a lot of prasad offering to Krishna, to Vishnu there, Ranganatha there, and and then they would distribute that prasadam to hundreds, thousands of people. Okay, there's always this one particular person who fights to stand in front of the line, and he demands for a lot of prasadam. So one day these devotees kind of got frustrated, and they went and they talked to Ramanujacharya about it. And he said, so he came back to this devotee and he's like, tell me, why are you fighting to get in front of the queue? Why don't you be in the line just like everybody is to be able to get the prasadam? And why do you need so much? So he says, Acharya, he pays obeisances to the Acharya, and he says, I have 6 children, right? And unless I'm in the front of the line, I'm always nervous and afraid that I wouldn't get enough to feed all of my 6 children. Okay, so Ramanujacharya told him that Vishnu Ranganatha is the nourisher of all, right? If we meditate on him, he will definitely make sure that your family is always nourished. So this devotee goes back home. He starts chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama, the part that talks about him being the nourisher. And the next day, something very peculiar happened. When the devotees at the temple, they're making the offering, and when they're ready to distribute, they see a significant portion of that the food or the prasadam being disappeared, right? And they think that this particular devotee is now stealing the prasadam somehow. So they go back to Ramanujacharya, and he goes to this devotee's home, and to make sure, to see what's happening. So when the devotee sees Ramanujacharya, he pays obeisances. He said, my dear Acharya, you are my guru, you've solved all my problems. And he said, he said that, ever since you've been, thank you for sending the prasadam. There's a little boy who comes and brings this prasadam to me, telling that you sent it. And Ramanujacharya understands that is Ranganatha Swami himself who's delivering, who's taking the form of this little boy, and he brings the prasadam to his devotee, so his family is well nourished. Okay, so Krishna always carries the burden and of providing his devotees with what they need. Okay, all right. So now, how do we take shelter of Krishna and his divine nature? Okay, and he says that we are able to do that by the act of offering with love. Okay, he accepts everything from a blade of grass, a fruit, a flower, or water. And it's not what you're offering, it is the act of love while you're offering that makes the difference. Yeah, and he's saying that, when we've talked about this before, that we should do everything we do to please Krishna. Okay, and we should do it with love as an offering to Krishna. Okay, and that's what brings us to Krishna, connects us back to Krishna. So Krishna says that he's not partial to anybody, he's equal to all, but he's specially inclined to his devotees. Okay, so this is the key of all the teachings in Bhagavad Gita, a direct instruction on how we can reach Krishna. So he's kind of putting all of the message from this chapter as he wraps up, and he says, by thinking of him, being devoted to him, offering obeisances to him and worshiping him, and being fully absorbed in him, we will definitely reach him. Okay, and this is the most essential part of the knowledge that we're getting from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so let's continue with chanting our Maha Mantra before we wrap our class. Om Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, children, again for joining. I hope you stay tuned for more about the Bhakti Yoga. But like I said, this is the key of all knowledge that we gain from Bhakti Yoga. So I hope you guys listen carefully. We'll see you next time. Hare Krishna. Thank you.